Alright, let me send out the links.
Also, in this universe, the Crystal Empire is literally made of energon.
Also, I was wondering why you put a Gundam post in Bear's random ass 3 a.m. thoughts, and then I looked at the time that you sent it, and I was like, oh, he took that literally.
It just happened to time itself that way.
Like,
but it was a random ass 3 a.m. thought.
I was gonna say, hey, this goes in the toy room, right? And then I saw when you posted this, and I'm like, all right, carry on.
Yeah, believe me, any other time it would have gone in the toy room, but I saw that clock and I'm like, okay, that's it.
You Bear names the channel with the words 3 a.m. Make it one. And I took that personally. But yeah, taking 10 years after this whole like Lone Rider business, Felix visits Costo. Costo over here sporting the gold as well.
I feel like everybody's raiding my closet now. Oh, speaking of closets, Prowl has his sunglasses now.
Not where I thought that was gonna go, but okay.
Closets, outfits. Where do you think I was going? You know what? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Yeah, I was about to say. You sure you want us to answer that one?
No.
What?
Not really.
Was Prowl trapped in the closet?
I am not answering that. I was just gonna say, on the note of outfits, Prowl finished his off and finally got the shades he needs.
Oh, good for him. Good for him.
So now he's got a recreation of his robot mode visor in his alternate mode.
Nice.
And all because a particularly generous pony realized he had sensitive eyes.
Oh no. Oh wait, I just realized. Okay, so I'm not sure if I should, but I can make this a joke. With me, I have sensitive eyes as well, so my logic of how you described how our characters work in D&D Bear, that means Casa would have sensitive eyes as well. Meaning that if he was wearing his sunglasses, if he had to wear sunglasses, then he would take them off because he didn't really need them out while he was wearing his suit.
Oh.
That means they'd most likely still be in the Geats world.
Ooh.
Unless Bob just happened to have a spare pair.
Hopefully.
No, I just imagine Bob takes out a pair of shades, flips them open, and just puts them where his head would be. Let's go, and they fall down. And then crosses his arms in a cool guy pose.
I can just imagine next D&D it starts off with Costa or Audrey going, wait, where are your sunglasses? Wait, no wonder my eyes have been killing me.
This can all be brought up because Felix now has to wear regular glasses since his contact lenses are kaput.
No, no, this is perfect. It really is perfect.
You're lucky I like you, man. Otherwise, that would have gotten a fuzzy paw across the face.
All right, so
That would have
so
been
Taro is now banned from the cave.
that would have been a catastrophe, honestly.
Thin ice, mister.
I am tempted to put you in timeout, but that would get rid of your moderator role, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, maybe.
Alrighty, we are good to go on the links.
I have just one little exchange to bring up in the story thing before we proceed.
All right.
Proceed.
Prowl with his new shades is just kind of admiring the fact that they're there. And Elita asks the all-important question. So, how do we pay you for these? We don't exactly have any money. Rarity considers this for a moment while looking Prowl up and down. How about this? Spread word of my boutiques to your friends back home, and I'll consider this paid for. You want to be paid in exposure? Asked Prowl. Paid in business, Prowl, Rarity corrected. Send any creature you know who needs a change in their fashion over to me, and you can keep the glasses. She raised a hoof. But please keep in mind I will only make this offer once. The bots looked to each other. Deal, said Bulkhead. My little buddy would get a kick out of this place. Oh, Bulkhead. You have no idea how wrong you're about to be.
All right, so we good? We ready?
Yep.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hello and welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here as always with Mikumon and Taro.
I did not clone myself, man. Don't do this.
And the Cavern of Spooks continues today with Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Yes, I know this game sucks. Yes, I know there are better Castlevania games. In fact, I have one on this system. However, this game did try to do some interesting stuff. And there are a lot of neat references. So, we're gonna play this game.
Bro, you got PS Plus. Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And just to let you know that I am successfully in Twitch.
Woo!
I was about to say, speaking of, actually, we should probably change your Twitch only to Mekumon only, but then I realized your name there is still Latios.
I don't know how to change my name in Twitch.
Well, that's easy. Hold on, let me get up.
Yo, okay, hold on. Kojima helped with this?
Go to channel, then you should see. Where is it?
This game saves data automatically at certain points. So we want to turn off the... Yeah, I know.
It should be in. Go, if you go to settings and go to profile, scroll down a little bit, and then you should see it.
Settings.
Click
The
on here.
little blue person icon.
Yeah.
Okay. Scroll down to what? Account settings?
For me, it only says settings, so I guess account settings.
Alright, hold on, folks. Apparently, I can't delete my save file on this, so I have to do some stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Let's
Account preferences, notifications, security and privacy, recommendations, connections, system, community guidelines. First off, dark mode, please. Thank you. I have joined some live streams where I couldn't sleep in the middle of the night and the white background on everything burns.
I know what you mean, my dude.
bright light, bright light.
Okay. System, right?
Uh, profile.
All right. Profile.
And you should see something called add a picture, update
Okay,
profile.
I'm adding a picture at the moment.
Yeah, under the profile banner, you should see profile settings. That's where the username is.
I know what photo I want. Just a matter of finding it.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Man-Bat.
Wait, how'd you get in?
The same way Owlman got in.
Oh man.
This is probably the best I can do. For the profile picture. Display name. I figured there had to be some way to do this.
Yeah.
Customize capitalization of your username. I'm going to have to freaking really mess with the spelling there.
Oh boy. More technical difficulties, Barry?
Kind of.
There we go.
Hey, you did it.
I just had to replace every O in my name with a 0.
I mean, I mean.
It wants my password. I forgot my password.
Oh no. Yeah.
Hoping this works. Incorrect.
Oh, I just thought of a joke for when we get to the world of Commoner Ghost.
I still can't believe
Oh.
Kojima helped make this game.
Oh, what other games did they make?
Please tell me you're joking.
I'm sorry, I don't know Kojima.
Metal Gear Solid.
See, I've never played Metal Gear.
You know what? I can forgive that because for the longest time I didn't either.
But yeah, the joke is they get to the get to the world of Commoner Ghost. They get to meet Takeru, and if the Takeru of that world.
Screw it. I'm leaving my name alone.
Fair enough, honestly. Yeah, they get, and if Takeru of that world starts going off on his backstory, the second he mentions the words, died, Positive is going to go with, no, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. I've already had to deal with those animatronics. We're not doing this again.
Alright, so we're going to start
A
from
storm
the
is
beginning.
coming. Mankind faces ruin and
Let me know
despair.
how the audio sounds.
The world is changing, yet hope remains in the hearts of the people. We go about our daily
Sounds all
lives
good.
never knowing the forces that
Alright,
can
can you
change
hear
our
the-
destinies forever. We are
Can
oblivious,
you hear the narration?
ignorant like sheep to the slaughter.
Yes.
This
Okay,
night, in the year of our Lord 1047, marks the beginning of our journey together. A journey into darkness, into madness. I watch him from the shadows. Is he the one? He has come far already, but he will be tested.
I'm sorry,
Tested to the very limits of
I
human
watched it.
endurance and beyond. This night, he rides looking for the old gods,
I watched that one Power
armed with an
Rangers movie,
amulet that has led him here.
a few days ago, and
Tonight,
that's the
he will
narration
begin his
at the beginning of that
journey
movie is all I can think
into
about when I read
oblivion.
this now.
Which one?
Ooze!
Ah,
There we are. Okay.
so the best one.
The struggle for supremacy is eternal, inevitable. Victory is the natural objective of every creature on this world. They will kill and die for their kind to dominate. Some
So I
call
believe
this
they have
eternal
carried over
struggle
just about every single
equilibrium,
Castlevania
the
enemy
balance between light
to a point
and darkness.
in this game.
Well, we got the night beasts. You got
The- The night
What?
creatures. Or whatever the hell they were called.
These are dark
does it really matter? There's
times
beasts,
without hope.
creatures.
Men of faith claim that this is a test from God to
They
strengthen our spirit.
still
Perhaps this is true.
those words mean
Perhaps it
the
is simply a
thing that they
pious
will
act.
rip your throat out in 5 seconds.
If it is true, darkness has come to engulf once proud humanity, and we are witnessing the end of mankind.
So, fair warning, this game takes place in an alternate timeline.
Oh.
So there's, at least in this game, there's no Trevor Belmont, there's Simon Belmont, there's Julius Belmont, there's Cruz, no Maria Renard. No Graham Jones. I'm trying to think of other characters. Also, the
Which-
combat cross.
Which Belmont is this then?
This is Gabriel, an original character for this game.
Well, still, it's kind of looking for right there, but it is what it is.
This series, unfortunately.
Oh, this game is giving me flashbacks to when I played this one game that I can't remember the name of it, but I can remember what the gameplay was about. Okay, so basically, two main characters. First one, a French detective. And the second one, an Edo-era samurai.
Onimusha 3.
Oh?
Yes.
Yeah. This game is giving me flashbacks to that.
I believe I know what this creature is.
It's you.
No, that's not a bear.
Looks like a bear. But anyway, proceed.
I believe this is a wall.
Oh.
Fought one of those recently. Like the old Castlevania.
Fair enough. So, man, who's the bad guy for this?
The Lords of Shadow.
You know what? Fair enough. Shouldn't have bothered asking. Anime, whatever you like. Oh no, he's becoming an Oni Rider. Here, boy, come get your steak.
Seriously?
What are we even supposed to do with that?
I don't remember.
Like, Do you have to stay still, or?
I believe I actually have it done. I screwed up on the final step. That's where I messed up.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
Thanks for changing my password.
Wait,
I'm supposed to tell it this, but I'm fucking up.
maybe you're supposed to eat it?
I don't think it will.
I mean, every time he goes up to that rock formation, he starts healing himself, so either you eat it or you start running at him.
What a
Yes, you have to go up to the rock
what a
formation again.
great way to start this off. I can't move when I have this.
Okay, let's see what you're supposed to do with this. YouTube, be my friend here.
Oh, now he decided to leave.
You're just... Right when I started typing, too!
Got him!
Here, boy. Come get your steak.
It would be really awkward if we transformed into
That visor starts shrinking, and...
My God, Gabriel is huge.
Who are you?
I am
It's a
Gabriel.
Hulk.
I have traveled here seeking the Guardian of the Lake.
You are from the Order?
Uh,
They sent you?
How do I find him?
He will find you.
oh right.
In the
Something I
forest.
saw on Twitter, Bear. Full... I saw a full-size Garoken.
Yeah, I think I heard that. I heard that was being announced.
Oh, really?
Also, the horse is dead.
No!
There's something going on.
I believe my horse died, but I trained it better.
I follow him into the old forest, watching him from afar. He is strong indeed. The one God comes to drive out the many, but here,
Oh, I like
in
that
this place,
loading better.
God's influence
Yeah.
is thin and threadbare. The
That's
old
actually
gods
cool.
still hold sway here. Few venture this far into the wood. He is disturbed by dreams, dreams that gnaw at his very soul. He will rest for the night, but rest will not come easy. The battle has left him weakened, but he knows the dream will return, and though he fears nothing on this earth, yet his nightmares sap the strength within him and leave a cold grip on his heart. Tomorrow he will use the old hunting path. Long has it been in
Also-
disuse, but for now, he dreams.
Hey, Latios, do you recognize this voice at all? Or Mikumon, sorry?
I can't hear it right now, and I'm a little busy
Oh, sorry.
dealing with Twitch and the password shit.
It's, Patrick Stewart.
Cool.
What motivates a man to confront the challenges that most of us would run from? condemning him to solitude, exposing him to defeat and death. The answer is love, a force so powerful that all reason becomes blind to it, blind to all things, even the truth. Loss of love can make a man desperate, desperate enough to do anything to bury the truth, to hide from its pain.
I hear you seek the Guardian of the Lake. I will take you to him, but we must be quick. Climb onto my back. Hurry!
Ride me!
Red. Warrior clad in red while riding an almost angelic horse. Gee, I wonder where I've seen this before. Okay, so the bigger wolves, or bigger dogs, are currently being controlled by werewolves.
Yes.
And now your character's werewolf too.
No. Fuck. Gabriel's protected.
Oh? Okay.
As a member of the also the fact that means it so that Hi, Sammy. Ooh!
Dang.
Playing Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Nice.
The game sucks, but I still
Hey, for the spook, not for the gameplay.
How do I grab these things?
Yeah?
game's so complicated they'll left the manual in the middle of the fight.
Yep.
How come we've paused? Oh, that's simple, really. The player... What are you talking about?
Oh!
Yo!
How do I get off?
No. Maybe try to kill it? Maybe wait for more werewolves to show up and claw it? Claw at it? I don't know.
We're gonna have shooting stars in Animal Crossing today.
There we go.
There.
I can travel no
Hey,
further.
got it?
You will find what you seek.
Took
Ahead.
me a good way longer than I would have liked, but yes.
See, Mario, that's how you do it.
Alone again, with only his thoughts as company, he continues on his journey to find the one he seeks. Who or what was that strange creature? There is a power here that few know,
I
a
return
power that
reborn.
could have
I am
some
Zeus.
influence on events. Perhaps the Guardian of the Lake is aware of him now and
I'll
offers
have
aid
to,
in
I'll have
his
to edit
quest.
that later.
There is
for
just
the,
this.
so it's make Kumon only.
Dramatic foot bleeding intensifies.
I'm just looking over the different skills I have.
That is weird. I mess with some last minute settings. I go back to find you, and there's two of your stream happening simultaneously.
That is
Wait,
weird.
what?
My Twitch is just being stupid, is all. That's all we need to know.
Unless, Barry, I think you might have a clone.
Shh.
Doing the exact same game with the exact same title with the exact same number of people watching?
Yes.
Ooh, that one looks good. I need to save up for that, though. Alright. So, because I've already played the game, and because I can't erase my save data and start fresh, here we have the combat crossbody. While most of the Brotherhood utilizes more conventional armaments, Gabriel has been gifted with the combat cross, a heavy iron crucifix which hides a retractable chain inside. The crossbody was one of the first relics the Brotherhood acquired centuries ago. Its full origin is unclear, but it is rumored to have been forged from the nails used to crucify martyrs. The spiked chain. Ronaldo Gandolfi built two different chains for the combat cross, but this one was never approved by the Brotherhood, for obvious reasons. The elders thought the spikes were too cruel for the holy nature of the weapon. However, instead of destroying it, the artisan hid the links in one of the mausoleums of the Order, believing that one day it might be needed. With a spiked chain, the combat cross can be used to saw through obstacles and tame dangerous monsters by looping it around their necks. The hook tip. This relic was also built by the renowned artisan Ronaldo Gandolfi. Their articulated metal tip can be used to grip objects and enemies from a distance, giving the combat cross the properties of a grappling hook. This also allows the wielder to climb, rappel, and swing around the environments when combined with the combat cross. So, Ronaldo Gandolfi in the original timeline was the man who would create what would eventually become the vampire killer. The whip used by the Belmont family for generations to kill the creatures of the night and Dracula. Gandolfi's story is a bit of a sad one. His daughter had been kidnapped by a vampire, not Dracula, and had been killed. But Ronaldo, the vampire kept Ronaldo around in order to aid travelers, because the vampire saw this all as a game. If I can just... What in the world? Okay. Original timeline. Walter Bernard was the vampire. he sort of made it a game. He would kidnap women and force people to try and rescue them, to traverse his castle and brave the dangers. When the first recorded Leon Belmont, arrived, Ronaldo had gifted him with the Alchemy Whip, a special whip crafted through alchemy that could be used to slay the creatures of the night. However, it wasn't powerful enough. Eventually, when Leon finds his dear wife, she has already been bitten and is in the process of... Oh, sorry, fiance, not wife. She was already in the process of becoming a vampire. However, she didn't want to be a vampire. So, Ronaldo, with his gift of alchemy, had fused the fiancée Sarah's soul to the alchemy whip, turning it into the legendary vampire killer. However, here, the combat cross, as it's called, has a different origin, supposedly crafted from the nails used to crucify martyrs. But Ronaldo was still the one that created upgrades for this thing. So here we have Gabriel. As an infant, he was found abandoned at the door of one of the Brotherhood of Light convents. It's not known who his original parents were. Some suspect that he was the unwanted bastard of a local wealthy landowner, most likely from the Kronqvist family. Wait a minute. Oh! Well done, game. Well done. Kronqvist was the last name of Matthias, the man that would eventually become known as Dracula. At the end of Leon's journey, Mathis appeared before Walter, and using a special blood-red gem, fused their souls together to create the entity that would be known as Vlad Tepes. So, Gabriel may be from the Kronqvist family. Though this has never been proved, the Order named the boy after the blessed Archangel Gabriel and raised him as one of its own. A precious child, he quickly proved to be extremely talented, developing an unprecedented mastery of the fighting arts. Gabriel took the surname of Belmont from his love of the mountains and the high places of the world. Prone to dark moods and occasional ambivalence, Gabriel was deeply affected by the death of his childhood sweetheart, Marie. He has embarked on this quest at the request of the elders of the Brotherhood and has a burning desire for revenge.
I'll be right back.
It's a lot of hair, girl. I know some of these are vines, but it's still a lot of hair. Marie, the youngest daughter of a rich merchant family, was always attracted by the courageous nature of the Brotherhood of Light. Curious and lively, she often escaped her duties at home in order to help the monks, baking and cleaning for them. During one of these visits, she became acquainted with a boy that would later become her husband, an orphan by the name of Gabriel. The two youngsters were made for each other. They grew up together and made promises for the future. These promises were kept when one idyllic morning, with the blessing of both her family and the Brotherhood, the couple was married. Marie proved a good counterpoint to Gabriel's dark moods, and often just her laughter was enough to blow away the gathering storm within him. Now Marie has been tragically murdered, and Gabriel seeks revenge. And these other characters we can't look at yet. Lesser lycanthrope. These creatures are humans that have been poisoned with an infectious disease known as the werewolf influenza. What? The werewolf influenza, okay. Which is transmitted in most cases by the bite of another lycanthrope. There is an old saying that goes like this: if you are bitten by a lichen, better to let it gnaw. And like most proverbs, it is probably true. Once infected with the disease, the transformation process can be completed in only a few minutes, after which the victim's mind will have been replaced with the savage instincts of a ruthless predator. Great Warg. Size big. Wargs are the principal strength of the large lycanthrope raiding parties. Some of them are blessed by the Dark Lord himself, which gives them new powers, such as improved strength and wound regeneration. Due to the nature of this blessing, these powers are heightened by a full moon. Warg. Little is known about these fierce wolf-like beasts, except that they appear soon after the coming of the lycanthrope Dark Lord. Despite their wild looks, wargs are fairly intelligent creatures capable of being tamed by lesser lycanthropes, who ride them in battle. Wargs are ferocious creatures that attack opponents with razor-sharp claws and sharp, deadly teeth. And we'll look at the rest of these when we get there. Right, I already picked up this guy's scroll. Which was this, I believe. There's something in the water. Something terrible. I've seen men dragged under, never to return. The location of these creatures can only be seen as ripples or bubbles on the surface. I surmise one must wait for the ripples and bubbles to disappear before progressing through the bog. One cannot walk around them because noxious fumes lay either side of the safe path, so one must be patient and wait for the right moment to cross over them. Heck, I know that I'm going to die, but at least they'll be fighting, not swallowed by any of these mire fiends. Don't walk towards it, Gabriel. What are you doing?
Dum dum.
You know what? Alright, I'll give you that.
I'm not freaking lovely. I'm not freaking low. Wait. If I set up. I'm not looking lovely. I'm not looking low. I'm looking low. And you, bitch. No.
Well, that happened.
It's just going. Well, never mind.
I can't go around this. Oops.
I have returned.
You
Welcome
good?
back.
I just needed to ask family a question about tomorrow was all.
Okay. See, I can't go around the bubbles because it's all noxious fumes. I can't, however, jump over them.
I would have found it extremely funny if the second you landed, the bubble started bubbling up. Honestly, I wouldn't even bother to fight him. I would have just let him chase me until get to the next bubble spot.
I still don't understand, like, do I absorb these? What do I do with them?
I guess they're just there? I don't know.
So, fun fact. Last night I managed to find and hook my old Xbox 360 back up. So I've started playing Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2 while I'm listening and watching this.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And I have done something incredibly stupid. My first
Okay.
mission back to this game in ages, and I'm running out in the gym. I am running out in a grunt suit instead of something overpowered and comfortable to ease myself back in with because I'm stupid like that.
Well, dang.
And in Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn on the PS3, I've grown used to using daggers and Wyndhams, so mass production things are no longer strangers to me.
They've already got the scroll for this guy, too. There's a mausoleum here in the bog that has lain undisturbed for many years. Cardinal Volpe informs me that the legendary artisan Ronaldo Gandolfi constructed a powerful relic there during his sojourn, which will aid the one who wields combat cross. Must admit, I'm apprehensive. Many of my comrades lay dead along the way, and I am wondering if this fool's errand will not be the end of you too. Turns out it wasn't. Sorry, bud.
Turns out you lost on Jeopardy. If people get the reference, you're awesome. And no, the reference isn't to Jeopardy itself. But it took a moment for Bear to realize what I was referencing.
A little bit.
Oh, that timing though.
Yep. Hey, it's a Dargan.
Eat that gone.
The Mario kind or the Megatron kind?
The Elder
I just
Scrolls
made a
guy.
double. Yeah, so what I did was basically a double Elder Scrolls joke.
Oh, right, because... Oh, I'm so stupid.
So, Parthenax is voiced by Mario. So, what about the Megatron joke? The voice of 2001 Robots in Disguise Megatron ended up voicing Alduin.
Huh? You're joking.
Not even close. He went from World Conqueror to World Eater.
That's awesome. I mean, not so awesome for, like, the people that, like, he's threatening, but, I mean, you know what I mean.
Alduin doesn't really do much talking, but if you listen to him, you will hear Megatron. Specifically the 2001 RID series Megs, but still. Hey, Megatron.
That's still
A
cool.
Megatron who just happens to have a twin-headed dragon mode.
Alright, goblins, where are ya? Ow.
Sad thing is, well, I'm thinking of something else entirely. Or so, like, kind of directly / indirectly the stream. In that Digimon universe I'm writing, I could legitimately see, like, as we're doing the streaming thing in that universe, our Digimon end up cameoing at some point. With Baron, he's a regular co-host.
He's a big fan of monsters. It's the closest he can get in a moment.
Yep. It's sleepy. mentioned that, I immediately grabbed Black Dot and Monster screen.
Funny.
I believe this is where the third scroll came from. So, what? Maybe I just got a gem from this guy. Huh? As you can tell, I'm not as enthusiastic about this game as I would be others. Partly because it's mostly just a God of War for me.
Sadly enough, this specific video game series is the introduction for my sister, not cracking the other one, to Castlevania as a whole.
Wait, this game?
Either this one or its sequel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, for what it is, she's enjoying it.
I mean, like, these are definitely not prime examples. I mean, I was just playing Aria of Sorrow, one of my more favorite games. Although I will say it and its sequel have a real problem. Because in that game you can collect the souls of the enemies you've defeated, but the drop rate is the drop rate for each enemy soul is different, and it can be downright ludicrous. So people made mods and shit and ROM hacks to like fix that issue and others. Alright, so this is where we get the chains, I believe. The spiked chains.
Forgive me, brother, but my need is far greater than yours.
Ah, the hook tip. Never mind. I thought this would get us the chains, but I was wrong. There we go. I figured it out. I'm going to assume troll or ogre.
Trollger?
Did you say trollger?
Yeah.
Now I figured out how to use this. Ow. It's like it swung away.
Now I figured out how to get smacked upside the head. Hey, you figured out how to take this.
Yep.
Now that I've finished that first mission, I have to go on out of official full mode and into, well, the every other character mode. Official mode basically just heads off attack of the universe's century up until charge counterattack. If you want to deploy characters from the alternate timelines, you go here. Which is good because I feel like which is good because I felt like playing Shin Asuka for a while.
Die, trollger!
I would come up with an alternative combination of Troll and Ogre, but let's face it, there's no topping Trollger.
You can thank Taro for that.
I know.
Alright, goblins! Blah, 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 blah. The Naiad, which are the hands in the bog. So it is a troll, but I'm still going to call it a trollger. Alrighty.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Felix would make an excellent Mach-9 Knight.
Felix?
Yeah. Because the Gyro cannon and her weapons from Gyro are made of soul metal. Soul metal is similar to Oni abilities.
Who knew that like 9 years as a Power Ranger would open up so many Heitoku career possibilities?
Yeah, like, take, oh, I don't know. Okay, So, just imagine there's a
The stench of the bog
Physical
fades into memory,
made of stone
and the
metal,
land
metal
of
bear.
great beauty lies before him.
If
A
someone
paradise where nature
were to
lives
drop
in
that into the
harmony
hands
with all
of,
living creatures.
I don't know,
Indeed,
Talon
a
or
refuge
Kazuto,
for those
it'll
who
make
wish
them
it.
drop to the floor
He is
faster than they
close
can say
now,
henshin.
close to the old
But
gods and
if
the
they dropped
old
it
ways,
into
long
Felix's
forgotten
hands,
by men.
not only
This
would be able to
kingdom
hold
was
it, he'd
once
be able to
revered by
throw it in the
all.
air and back down
Yet
again
now
like it's nothing.
only a small part remains.
He could juggle it.
Soon even this will disappear.
Yes.
The
kinda like
amulet
Thor's
senses
hammer.
its master. Its
Basically.
journey is almost over. He will need all his strength now, all his wits. If he is to succeed here, if he is to convince the old god to help him.
And you know what makes it worse, actually? Bear, remind me again what the Garo armors are based off of.
Wolves?
Wolves. We got a cat as a wolf. Hero.
To be fair, being a beast Digimon, Mekumon technically belongs to ancient Garurumon's kingdom.
Now I can just imagine picking
Besides, you're acting like you've never seen a hamster digivolve into a toaster, then into a refrigerator with miniguns.
I wasn't gonna say anything like that, but what I was gonna say was now I just now I just imagine Felix on his way back home accidentally goes the wrong way, stops in the world of Garo, and hacking.
This multiverse is a maze! Where am I now?
Oh no! Wait, the Makai Knights might take Felix as a horror at first.
Well, no, they would take their little Makai lighter thing, put it in front of his eyes, and like if there's no reaction, then it's like, huh.
I know, but come on now. The only kind of monsters they know are horrors. The second they see Felix,
Who's not doing anything, even remotely horror related. Like they just show up and Felix just eating a sandwich. Like
no, I know.
Chicken. Want some?
The hell are you? What kind of horror are you?
it's a horror.
What on earth is a horror?
I'm just eating my sandwich.
I
God, I'd actually,
Felix offers a slice. It's chicken. You want some?
God, I'd actually love Garo D&D now.
That would be cool.
And
I'll take the Destiny because Shin Asuka piloting a gym is not something I'm prepared to see.
I am missing a glyph.
I just imagine Felix sees a Makai Knight transform. He just goes, where's the morph call? Where's the couch phrase? Where's the flashy transformation?
Well, he does get the flashy transformation. Quite literally flashy. It's blinding.
Yeah, okay, fair, but compare the transformation time of a Makai Knight to the transformation time of Power Ranger. Which one's bigger?
Which, did I remind you, the morph sequence we get is not something that's technically happening in universe. It's for the benefit of the audience. You know those times where the Ranger will just change to Ranger form in a flash of colored light?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening in real time.
Okay, let me fix it. Compare it to that of a common rider. Which one's quicker?
Technically... Oh, you were comparing between Garo and Kamen Rider, right? Yeah, Garo was definitely faster.
Literally, it's just a twirl in the air and boom, armor on.
Just a twirl in the air with a sword or adjacent weapon, and like, boom.
So, the weapon is your changer? There's no transformation cry, no pose, no roll call, no attempts to strike fear into your opponents by announcing who you are, nothing?
Sometimes they announce who they are.
Usually, they just know who we are already.
Your world confuses and saddens me.
Mikumon, you missed it yesterday. Someone had... someone had joined and joined the chat and was asking, like, cool, do you stream, like, all day, do you stream consistently all week? I'm like, yeah, except for Sundays. And they asked, what do you do outside of streaming? Like, what's your profession? And I said murder hobo, minus the murder. And then me and Taro just slowly broke down laughing.
Oh, that's gotta be fun to watch.
It's in Clip Show if you want to watch it.
After the stream.
Fair enough. Yeah, and then this person decided to dox themselves twice.
Saying, like, where they're from and what university they graduated from.
Now, look, the character I play at D&D is supposed to be smart. I ain't smart. And even I'm not dumb enough to do that.
Then they asked Bear if the bear wants to start made from for him.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh no, I'll feel bad for Meikumon. Not Meikumon, Felix. Cause what if the first
I was about to say, well, I play Felix, so...
No, when I said Meikumon I meant the actual Digimon.
Show yourself. The Brotherhood needs your help.
Fair enough.
I need your help.
Basically,
I know.
what I was gonna say was, what if the first horror he ever
I am
sees
the guardian of the Lake of Oblivion.
is the
My
horror that
link can
has
communicate
possessed
with the
Kazuto?
dead.
a version of
Tell
Cosmo
me,
from that world.
warrior, are you aware of what is happening in the world?
So you have chosen death.
We have been deserted by God.
Also,
Creatures from
hello,
the void
the
come to
great
claim
god
the souls
Pan.
of men, to wipe mankind from the face of the earth.
Or as my brain kept trying to say,
And what
Pan
of the
is a
elders
great
of your
terrible,
order?
terrible, terrible.
What do they think?
That God has not abandoned us.
I mean, either works.
They believe that a
Depends on
powerful
the-
spell has
Realize-
been unleashed by someone or
Just
something.
like Felix got a custom
spell
Oni
that has
Rider
isolated
form,
our
who's to
world from the
say that he
heavens,
doesn't end up with a custom
cutting us off from
Garo
God,
form based
and
off
allowing evil to
of
flourish in
Raguelmon?
Why have the Brotherhood of Light
So,
sent you to the
From
lake
what I know
of
about
oblivion?
Garo,
They have dreamt that a message waits for me
armor-
at this lake.
the
A message
armor
that
is
holds a clue to
static.
our salvation.
It does not change between
I was instructed to
users,
seek you out, in the hope that you will
except
show me the path.
The
for
elders
very,
believe that these dreams are
very
the last
specific
message
cases.
from the heavens, and that you
The
should know
most-
something
Such
that we
the
are
most we
unaware
got
of.
in the live
Is that
action
it?
series was a change in the eye color.
My wife, Marie, was murdered
And
not
also
2
the
days
TV
ago by the
series
evil
has
that
like two
roams these
separate
lands.
timelines.
Her soul and those of the
The
recently
first one,
departed are trapped
which
here.
started with the first two
We cannot
seasons,
find peace.
is where the whole
And
eye
that is
thing
why they sent
happens.
you to the Lake of
The,
Oblivion, because
the
they
second
believe that
timeline
she
where
is
Garo
waiting
lost
for
its-
you here
lost its
to deliver a
golden
message to
shine.
you.
It
Yes.
took on a
Will you
more
help me?
medieval appearance.
Only
with
the
like
most
like a kinda
deserving of the
collar
living are
of
worthy
sorts.
of speaking to the dead. Are you worthy,
Um,
Gabriel?
and the armor itself, like the Garo armor itself, can change depending on certain situations to give the user a boost.
As long as the user does not stay in the armor for 999 seconds.
Fuck this puzzle.
Oh god.
That's how it's that time limit. 999 seconds. I'm trying to figure out like minutes.
90 seconds is 1 minute and 30 seconds.
So, I'm trying to think how you multiply that.
Yeah, what was the time limit again?
999?
Just to get a rough estimate here. If 90 seconds is roughly a minute and a half, and we're effectively multiplying that by 100, you get roughly a little over an hour.
Dang, they make the fights go quick in Gyro then. Because sometimes the clock would time out. And then, something not too great happens to the user of the armor.
They become a lost soul beast. Basically, the armor takes control. And not in a fun way.
No,
So, to raise the spirits a little bit.
Well, hold on, just to kind of like give you an example.
I'm not sure I want to because it already sounds horrifying.
No, just like imagine if Parker had a time limit every time he put on the black suit, and if he exceeded that time limit, Venom appeared from the suit.
Funny you mention that. Because that's kind of what happens in the PS2 and Wii versions of Spider-Man 3.
Wait, speaking of Spider-Man, guys, we all
Please,
forgot.
let me finish.
Ah! We did forget! Alright.
Well, we can close the stream with it at least.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's not too late. But what I was saying here was, in the PlayStation 2 and Wii versions of the game, there is a little adrenaline meter that builds up when you play. When you have the red suit equipped, this would effectively give you access to brief super moves. Where a brief period of time where your attack stat is boosted and you have these special moves that you can only use while your meter is full. You want to know what happens when that meter gets full in the black suit?
Mm-hmm.
Since with the black suit, all of your moves are unlocked by default, when the adrenaline takes over, the screen will gradually turn increasingly black, getting harder to see. If you let the thing fade completely to black, you pass out. It's treated like you died.
Oh.
Woo! And sad thing is, that's the closest to lore accurate that the freaking Sam Raimi-verse symbiote gets. The fact that it feeds on adrenaline and makes people black out.
Oh.
Now, an additional fun fact here is that you can avoid this by using a button prompt to take the black suit off. You can switch back and forth between the suits, but there's a catch. Not only is there a small, like, button pressing quick time event Game of Simon Says to take the suit off, but the more you use it, and I have to make this clear, it's the more you use it, the game keeps track. The longer it's used, the harder it gets to take off.
Tell me.
Only that you have passed the test.
The button prompts
You
will
appear
get
worthy
longer
of entering the
and
lake.
more complicated the more you use this suit throughout the game. This is effectively how they tied in the
Make sure you have your
temptation
daggers with you.
and cost of
One
using the
never knows
symbiote's
when
power.
need may arise.
The more you use this, the closer it brings you to getting a game over because you tapped into it too much.
Got it.
Fair enough.
And honestly, I wish more games would do that for Spidey. If you include the black suit as a major story beat and mechanic, include this feature.
The test
Funny
has
enough,
shaken him.
the company that
see
made
the
the
doubt in his eyes
PlayStation
as
and
he
Wii
heads
versions of
towards
this
the lake.
game, as opposed to the next-gen
So
console
Pan was
versions
helping
you'd
him
see on
now.
like the
That's
360 and the
good.
PS3,
Perhaps it bodes well. I wonder if he knows what awaits him
they would
here,
go on to
in
make
this
Web of
place where
Shadows,
the dead can contact the living. It is cold now.
which further
chill
expanded on the
wind blows
symbiote
through
to
his
red
heart.
suit dynamic.
I can see it, feel it.
Okay.
And
will
much
need
like
help if he is
in
to
Spider-Man
succeed.
3,
He must not
there
fail.
is a cost
He
to
will
focusing
not
more on the black
fail.
suit.
Not now.
Only instead of having all your
Not
attacks
yet.
unlocked from the
Not if
start
I have
and
anything to do with
effectively having to worry about blacking out and dying if the black suit takes too much control. Here, well, you do have individual level up trees for the red and black suits. And the more effort you put into one and end up neglecting the other, the worse off you get. Now, this is slightly less so if you're putting your effort into the red suit. But consider this. If you focused heavily on the black suit during combat, but made red suit decisions in the points where the game makes you pick a choice, the little binary red or black, if you choose to get the best ending possible while still maintaining the symbiote's power, you will regret it. Because if you spent all that time leveling up the symbiote and ignoring the red suit, but you make all the good choices, there's a point where you lose the symbiote in the game. Permanently.
Oh.
At the Symbiote Vulture boss fight, the big pivot for the end of the game is whether or not you let the Tinkerer's anti-symbiote weapon fire. If you made enough good choices in the game, and it really only boils down to a couple of select choices, then the device goes off, and every symbiote on ground level is purged from its host, including Peter's. Congratulations! You're back to early game red suit for the final boss!
Oh.
And you can't get those upgrade points back!
Oh dear.
This is why I love this idea that you are effectively using the power of the black suit to tempt the player and show them this is how Peter thinks and feels with this thing on all the time. I have described it as such before, and I will continue to do so. The symbiote in the Marvel Universe is an addiction. It is a drug. In the form of a living alien costume. Yeah. I'm hoping that Insomniac reaches that level of, like, in-game storytelling with this suit.
Well, we know it's going to make it more aggressive. Whether or not this will... I mean, okay, so it does... From what we've seen of the symbiote in the game, it does change his movement, both in and out of combat. It makes him more aggressive, but I don't know if there will be any gameplay mechanics because of this.
Yeah.
It does seem like we can switch between the two, given that you can choose two different costumes, one for symbiote and one for your regular suit.
Which, by the way, can I just stress that I love the fact that they did that? And then I was immediately disappointed when I realized Spider-Carnage and Sensational Spider-Man were nowhere to be seen in the alternate costumes from what we've seen. The two suits I wanted the most are absent. Oh well. The game's gonna be fun anyway. The other thing I was gonna mention, since like, with all the dark stuff, the Garo broad, I wanted to change a little bit of a lighter topic. It was gonna be about the character I was currently playing in Dinosaur Warriors Gundam 2, Shin Asuka, and specifically how I'm thankful that the mobile suit I thought he was going to get in Gundam Seed Freedom turned out to be wrong. People originally assumed, and understandably so, that Afra Zala, typical pilot of the Justice Gundam, would come back to pilot the Immortal Justice. But that is not the case. They have Afrin doing a more political espionage or just kind of spy role here, where he's spying on the organizations at play and getting information. So he has no time to be a mobile suit pilot. So then, who's that the Immortal Justice? The original thought was that Shin would get the new Cosmic Era again while Afrin got the Justice, but it turns out, no. Shin Asuka's getting the new Immortal Justice Gundam. My boy, who got so screwed over by the last act of Gundam Seed Destiny, is getting one hell of an apology promotion. And honestly, between the Freedom and the Justice, I'm glad Shin got the Justice. It does fit his combat style more. He's a lot more melee attack intensive. Not that he's bad with shooting, it's just not his preferred combat style. Like, it's kind of telling that his most used packs with the Impulse Gundam were the sword and force silhouettes, focusing on melee combat and high mobility respectively. His least used pack was the black silhouette. So I'd argue that that's because of the potential collateral damage, and he doesn't want to cause more harm than he's trying to solve. But that's just me attempting to add my own characterization to him. The thing with Shin Asuka is that and because of that, because of the hurt he suffered, he decided no one else has to feel the pain that I felt. So he joined the ZAP military in an attempt to become a soldier, a hero, someone who protects people from feeling what he had to go through, losing his entire family in one swoop during a mobile suit attack. People like to compare him to Camille Bidan a lot for just how angsty and ragey they get, but no. No, my guys. Camille was an evil little hellspawn at the start of the show. If anything, Shin Asuka at the start is more like middle of the season Camille, as opposed to early start Camille. Shin's arc throughout the show, until the character and voice actor got screwed over by the writers, was that he was supposed to be learning the difference between the power to protect and power for its own sake. The dynamic he had with Zala basically taking the Quattro Bagina role from Zeta Gundam here, like, you could see parallels. Much like how Camille started to see Quattro as a father figure, get a hence what referred to him as Char. In in much the same way Shar developed a sort of father figure role with Camille, Shin began to see Athrun more like a sibling. They are basically taking the spot of the family that had both respectively lost. And you could see just how much, like how close they got. Like, Shin very much valued Athrun's judgment. He started as a belligerent asshole at the start, but the more Athrun got through to him, the more Shin started to calm down and listen. And then it happened. The Freedom showed up and ripped the Savior Gundam to shreds. Athrun's Dalek machine at the time. Which, if the Immortal Justice is taking after any machine, it's taking after the Savior, let's be real. The Savior was basically what if the Justice Gundam was the Wing Gundam. It had a transformation, it had a pair of back-mounted cannons that would swing under the feet, I forget if they swung under the arms or over the shoulders. And, like the Justice, it had a primarily reddish-pink color scheme. Athrun had attempted to confront Kira about trying and failing to be celestial being. Make him done with 002. Because that's effectively what Kira and his crew on the Archangel were doing. Just showing up on random-ass battlefields, shooting up both sides to get them to stop fighting by force instead of attempting to toss people down, especially in the case of the Minerva, where both parties actually know each other. The Minerva being the ship that Athrun and Shin worked with. Basically, imagine if the Whiteface and its crew started showing up and shooting at the Argama and its crew. That's effectively what's happening here. So, yeah, Kira, unwilling to listen, ends up trying to press his advantage by force, and with 2 beam sabers, rips the Savior Gundam to shreds, leaving the cockpit intact, landing in the ocean below for someone to recover. Shin did not take this well. Shin's character is a man who is disgusted by his own weakness and sees a need to protect others as a way to compensate. Here, they grossly mishandle this character by having him get disgusted at Athrun's supposed weakness. But honestly, while that part of the characterization was mishandled, what Shin ends up doing is probably one of the most impressive feats in the entire show. He spends an unknown amount of time studying all combat records of Zap's battles involving the Freedom Gundam to study how it moves, how it fights, and plan a strategy around it.
Marie!
He effectively acted like a soldier should do, researched his opponent, and planned around him. And, there's this neat little detail. He won. Yeah, people will make excuses for Kira all day. Like, oh, he was exhausted from having to defend his ship for her who knows how long. Shin showed up and defeated Akira who wasn't fighting at 100%. Dudes, he still took out a protagonist with plot
My
armor
love.
so thick that
The
it
elders of the
managed to
Order
survive
hope that
the
you can help us to
resulting nuclear
understand what is
explosion coming from this very
The world
battle.
has been isolated from the heavens. Some believe that God has
Plot armor
abandoned
so
us.
thick it protected Shin in the
Could it be true?
process.
I feel that the spirits are trying to talk to me.
Because Shin should be just as
They
dead from that
whisper things
explosion.
to me. It is hard to understand them all. It is so dark. So many people crying. I cannot find them in the blackness. I'm scared. There is something else. A shadow is on my mind. You must help us, Gabriel.
What are they telling you? Who are they?
They are the spirits who founded your order, and that the power of the Lords of Shadow is the key. They talk of a prophecy. I don't understand what they mean. I can feel myself fading. I can hardly see you. Darkness is closing around me.
Marie.
I love you, Gabriel.
Don't go, Marie! I love you too. Why are you here? Who sent you?
I am Zobek, a warrior of your brotherhood. Pan and I are old acquaintances. He felt you would be in need of my assistance.
I have heard of you. I am sorry. My name is Belmont.
I know.
So, yeah.
Is that the
Either
spirit
way,
of
the later
someone
half
you
of the
know?
show did Shin's character extremely dirty,
Yes.
and I'm just happy he's getting better
He was my
treatment now.
wife.
Forgive
Wasn't
me.
it
I
so
couldn't
because
help but
of
overhear what she told you. It sounds like the
There was a
spirits who
lot
founded our
of
order
stuff going on
are
behind the
trying to
scenes,
tell
but that
us
is a
something very
popular thing
important
to
through
mention.
her.
What do you mean?
The story goes, and take
Only
this with
that the founders of the order seem
a
to be
teaspoon of
using the
salt,
dead to
because
communicate
I
with us.
myself am not
The
entirely
prophecy
sure.
has been secret for many centuries.
But the story
it
goes
is known
that
only to a select few.
this started
There
with
is
the
no
derailing
way
of
she could
the
have known
character
of it
Kagami
unless
Ula Atha because of a
they
grudge
managed to
that
tell
the
her
creator's
somehow.
wife had with
Praise be to
Kagali's
God.
voice actress.
What?
Shin's
Prophecy.
actor had
It
the
is
audacity
written
to
that
step
a
up
pure-hearted
and
warrior
speak
will
out against
claim
a
the power
character
of
and
the
her
Lords
actress
of
being
Shadow
mistreated,
as his own, and use
and
it
then
in
he
order
got
to
the same
overcome
treatment.
all evil. It is said this warrior would
Couldn't walk
become
off the
God's
show because it's a
vassal
paycheck.
on earth, supremely powerful. He could do anything. The founding spirits have not abandoned us, Gabriel. Thanks to your Marie, we now know there is some hope. We have to enter the lands of the Dark Lords, you and I. We must reclaim the powers they
Now,
hold.
I
and
reiterate,
unite the
I have no
heavens
idea
with this
how
world
true
once
any of that
more.
actually is.
And
Okay.
don't you see, Gabriel? You can bring her back.
If what you say is true, then we need to work quickly and in secret. The Lords of Shadow must not suspect we're on their trail, or they will turn all of their attention towards us. We should take different routes, you and I. I will head for the land of the Lycans. You leave for the territory of the vampires and prepare the way.
What we do
Then we
know
must go on to
is
the Lord of
that
the
there was a
Necromancers
lot of
together.
mishandling behind the
His
scenes.
realm lies furthest.
Nobody's
Our
entirely
enemy must
sure
suspect nothing.
what completely went on. There's a lot of
Take this.
conflicting reports.
It will allow you to absorb spiritual energy and will help cure your wounds. Good luck, my friend. May we be granted victory.
Thank you, brother. You have given me renewed hope.
And, yeah. Either way, the show was less good than it had any right to be, especially considering it started off so well. And I mean this sincerely. Taking all the Kira Yamato shit out of the first half of the episodes, the first half of Seed Destiny in general is really good when it focuses on its actual main cast.
Okay.
I've mentioned Athrun and Shin's dynamic, the development thereof. The crew of the Minerva themselves all have interesting personalities and a good dynamic with each other. The Impulse Gundam itself was a fantastic mobile suit, even if it did evoke the Strike Gundam a little too much. Honestly, I got more of a Victory 2 out of it than a Strike Gundam at the time, but that's just me. The technology was more or less kept in check. The characters were more or less kept in check. Music was still as good as ever. The only real downside was the animation, and even then... The biggest issue was Kira eventually coming back to say, "Hey, did you want to see what I was doing?"
No.
Well, neither did a good chunk of the audience, but we got it anyway.
Alright.
And the reason I say... Sorry.
I'm gonna end the game here, because... it's... Playing the first chapter reminded me why I don't like this game. Like... I was quiet for quite a bit, and that wasn't just because Mekumon was talking. That's because I had literally nothing to say about this. Nothing.
I only really started talking more because I noticed how much silence was going on, and I'm like, there's a lot of dead air here.
Yeah.
At this point, I might as well shoot the breeze.
Yeah, because there's just, like, nothing to talk about with this game. It's like, yeah, there's a couple of references here and there, but they're mostly, like, later. Like, the first chapter is, like, just meh. Second chapter, I mean, at least it was interesting. It had werewolves. But, yeah, no, we're definitely not playing this in November. This game can go to hell.
Also, I'm just gonna bring this up. We missed Season 3 Sunday the other day, so I'm gonna have to go for double the Season 3 episodes next Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it too.
We both did, so I'm not angry, I'm just amused.
I needed the break.
I figured. Well, I figure now, but, yeah, I was never angry. I'm more amused than anything.
Yeah. Depending on how the weekend goes, we may or may not be doing Season 3 Sunday.
Fair enough. All I ask is to know ahead of time, and we'll work from there.
Because 21st, I have a date through Discord. Me and my special somebody are watching my favorite kaiju movie.
Have fun.
And then Sunday is my birthday. So... yeah, God, that game sucked.
At least now we can wash the taste of that out of our mouths with its very, very welcome change of topic.
Yep. But before we do that, next week, tomorrow, Jesus. Tomorrow we're gonna play a good Castlevania game. Symphony of the Night. Not Rondo of Blood, because Symphony of the Night is what introduced the whole Metroidvania subgenre. Rondo of Blood is still basically traditional Castlevania 2D side scroller. Even though that is what Metroidvania also is. Anyway. We'll be playing Symphony of the Night tomorrow. But that being said, gonna mute this. Go to turn off the Elgato, turn on the display capture. And turn off my camera. Share my screen. YouTube. Turb.
Yeah. First thing we see, Goosebumps.
That time Goosebumps went bonkers. Also, Alicia X Death. She's a VTuber I started watching because she, first is because she reacted to the One Piece openings. And then she, started reacting to SCP stuff. And I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty cool. Alright. Spider-Man 2 PS5 launch trailer. Y'all ready?
Let's do this thing.
We have to talk. This is something else. I need your help. Are you sure this isn't something you can handle yourself? I'm sure. Miles, this is crazy!
We call it a symbiote. And it chose you.
Get it off of him! Ready for your annual physical?
Bearing in mind that it's slightly delayed behind you guys, that look at Venom was creepy as hell, and I love it.
You want to join us?
He's here.
Lock down the whole building!
I know I can snap him out of this.
We can fight this together!
So yeah, that's the launch trailer.
Did Mary Jane just
Do an Akira bike slide?
Yeah.
Possibly.
That's what it looked like.
Possibly. Okay. Yeah, that's the launch trailer. I am gonna go through this again. First of all,
let's count how many teeth Venom has. 1, 2.
Oh, damn, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3. Damn it, I miscounted again.
4, 5, no.
71, 72, blue, applesauce.
This is...
Infinity.
Okay, so this is definitely Craven's place.
something else.
Just from like Hold on.
Fuck. This is...
Look at those spikes. Look at the people in the windows. Tell me this is not Craven's manor. Tell me this is not the manor of one Craven the Hunter.
That's not Craven's place.
I'ma hurt you.
You said tell you it's not.
I need your help. Are you sure this isn't something you can handle yourself?
So, I saw IGN's review of this game. Normally, I don't care about IGN's review. They gave it an 8 out of 10, which I guess that's something for IGN. But in context, Peter is working as a teacher. I don't know if it's like a substitute thing or like a temporary thing, but he is working as a teacher at Brooklyn Visions. Or interning.
I love this, actually.
And this whole back and forth between him and Miles, they're in the middle of class. And something bad's going down, and he's like, I think I need your help with something. Are you sure you can't handle this by yourself? Because, you know, they're in class. And also, Mr. Negative. He's back. And it looks like he's still angry.
Hasn't quite conquered those demons yet.
Yep. Also, freaking Sandman! Hell yeah!
On the note of the Mr. Negative thing, because I'm still a little behind, I've noticed, like, the energy on the sword, you can kind of see Miles is disrupting it a little.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Like, when he's holding the sword, you can see the energy kind of stop in his hands, and what it's poking past them is just the metal blade. As for Sandman here, I'm just getting flashbacks to the giant Sandman fight at the end of the Spider-Man 3 PS2 game.
I'm sure. Miles, this is crazy.
So it looks like there will be a fight at Coney Island.
We call it a symbiote, and it chose. We call it a
Okay, looking at this,
symbiote.
it almost looks like Peter gets this out of the back of a truck.
And it chose you.
Get it off of him! Ready for...
And of course, Norman being Norman. Good look at the symbiote's powers prying open the lizard's mouth.
Your annual physical? I'm the hero here, not you.
Oh.
That is a very hurtful thing to say, Peter.
Yep. Yep. Also, was he wearing black in that clip?
Physical?
Yes, he was.
I'm the hero here, not you.
Yep.
The hell's going on with Pete?
Notably a black t-shirt.
Also, particle accelerator. Because we know that's never a bad idea in fiction. Seriously. Do you want speedsters? Because that's how you get speedsters.
You're not yourself.
Or Decepticons.
That too.
You want to join us?
So this gives the impression that, like, from the way MJ's talking and everything, this gives the impression that Peter becomes Venom. At least for a little bit.
If we don't get to play as Venom, I'm gonna be upset now.
Also, MJ trying the Akira bike slide and then falling off the bike.
Harder than it looks, isn't it?
We can fight this together!
So, in regards to MJ's comment of trying to get through to him, she is either talking about the black suit Spidey, or Harry Harry as Venom. So, yeah. Whoo boy, I cannot wait for this game.
I would still need a PS5 in order to play it.
There's something I'd actually like to show you now, Bear.
What? Who? What?
It's on VR chat. You don't mind if I start streaming, right?
Oh, go ahead. Like, bring it up in the thing. Is this something that you want on stream or no?
It's about Spider-Man, so...
Alright.
Yeah, it's about Spider-Man.
Hey!
You ready for this?
Sure. Yo! That's awesome!
It also has music, too. Yeah. A friend of mine on here gave this to me a couple of days ago.
That is awesome. Alright, well, that is gonna be it for us today. Thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear.
Meikumon.
And me, Taro.
I'm sorry the game sucked, but I mean, it's Lords of Shadow. What you gonna do? And we will see you tomorrow with a good Castlevania game.
Indeed.
So, see y'all next time.